Alright, we're back. Okay, so what I was thinking of is, like I said, this looks like it's a two-piece cam. I know Andrews has two-piece cams. It looks like Harley has copied the same design. So if I press this cam off, this gear off, and I press this gear on, I'll have to machine it down to fit. See how this is a smaller diameter than this one? So just a matter of cutting these down to be the same. So the cam cover will now have this style of a bush instead of the big one. So this bush in here will just be made thicker, and that would take care of the problem of doing that. So cut that down, put this gear on there. This is a bigger diameter gear. See how it's bigger diameter? So that changes your center line. And then the little gear that goes on the crank over here, I want to use a big twin crank, so I use a big twin gear in there, and that will match up. So it's just a matter of getting the center line correct for the whole location. So this cam cover would have to change. I have to weld this up and change it. So we would have to go down. So the crank is this hole down here. So I'd have to weld this up in here. So this would drop down about a ½ inch. So it'd be just about on top of the screw hole. So I have to get in and weld all that up and then change it. No big deal. The oil hole's right here. That could easily be changed. So you can still use the same cover. And the bolt hole can even be dropped down to here if I needed to. Just weld this up and put a bolt right next to it. You know, just put a big boss here. And with the bolt hole down, stick a bolt right there. Same as this one. The oil pump, which is right here, you would have put a spacer on it, drop it down. I'm hoping I can use the same gear on the big twin to here. It'd be the same mesh. Don't know that yet either. And I just drop the pump down with a spacer, and it would all fit in. The filter can stay there. It's not a problem. So I'm thinking I can do all of this stuff is what I'm wanting to do. So basically it'll be over here like this, sitting in there like that. And you have that big gear, and that will allow you to put the big twin bearing in here, get rid of the little small bearing, and it allows me to take a big twin crank, which is right over here, and put that in the motor. So just put that whole big ass crank into this case. And this case here looks like it's big enough it will take the big crank. So I don't know yet because I haven't tried. But I can do that because I have a crank sitting right here waiting to be tested. Looks like a tight squeeze. Yeah, like most things. It doesn't quite fit. But you know what? That doesn't mean you can't make it fit. It just means it doesn't fit right now. So it's hitting on the case pretty heavy here. Same problem it has with that case, it doesn't fit. So I won't be using this particular crank, I'll be using the crank that's out of that motor. So that would probably fit in there because this one doesn't fit in that motor either, it's too damn big. So that's not a major difference. So that's another change. So that is going to be a problem there, which is not really a major issue, I don't think. These are heavy. So anyway, that's the problem there. Okay, the other thing is I wanted to, instead of using the, fingers are oily now. Instead of using the stock crank snout coming out, which is this one over here, this is your 06 and earlier crank snout, I wanted to use the 6-speed crank snout, which is the one that has the splines that come straight out. And Ulta makes all the different flywheels, so they should be able to take the right side Evo flywheel and match it to a 07 and later twin cam left flywheel, and then run the twin cam crank pin and rod set. That would be a nice long rod, be 8-inch rod, same as this motor has in it. And that would help me on get all this stuff put together, a tall deck. And that's the direction I was kind of leading. And then you got that long spline you stick straight out. It has a bigger motor sprocket. It's the tranny sprocket instead of being 25 tooth, not tranny sprocket, motor sprocket. Instead of being 25 tooth, it's 34 tooth, I think, or 32 tooth. Something that's big. The primary drive ratio on these old bikes is 1.5 to 1, which is really hard on the clutch and the tranny. Whereas if you use the twin cam setup, it's close to 1 to 1. It's like 1.2 to 1. Because if they have a 32 here, the back sprocket was 36. If it's the same as an earlier bike, then it's almost a 1 to 1 ratio. That makes the motor easier to start. So the electric motor for starting the bike will be easier. And then you have less torque transfer between the motor and the tranny and the clutch. So the clutch will take more power, the tranny will take more power before it breaks. So all of those things are an improvement. So all that's a big plus. So I'm leaning toward doing it that way. So another reason why I don't want to use a Sportster gearbox and all that crap, because I want to upgrade the stuff that works. So anyway, so that's kind of the direction I'm going. I just don't want to use a 6-speed tranny. They're garbage. So I would rather use a 5-speed tranny. Or an aftermarket 6-speed tranny and a 5-speed case, which is strong also. So anyway, so those are the kind of direction I'm at. So I like the buell case. I think it's going to do what I need to do. I'm going to experiment on this case by cutting it out and try to do this offset thing. I'm pretty sure the cam's not going to be an issue at this point, because I can see now it looks like it comes off. So I'm happy with that. The gear set on here is going to be a problem. Worst case, I can take this pump, knock this gear off, and I'll put a new gear on it that matches the big twin pump. And I'll make it work that way. One way or the other, I'll make it match up. So we'll figure it out. So these are all kind of the areas where I'm at. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Now this motor here is going to be a problem because these sleeves are so short. You can't run a long stroke motor in this thing. So you got a big ass bore, but you got no stroke in it. So you're only going to be doing about you're going to be about 170 cubic inch motor. So that's kind of where you're going to be limited to. It's just a very, very short height here. You can see how these old Evos, so see how tall they are here. They're twice what this one is. So the piston comes out the bottom when you do a stroker. Doesn't work. So I know the airplane manufacturer that makes cylinders for these heads. So I don't know if they do a replacement deal. Maybe they can make me a custom cylinder that's longer. Probably not. But the other option is I can take it and sleeve this thing, and I can make the sleeve any height I want. So I can bore this out a little bit. These are pretty thin, can't bore them very much. But I can probably punch it like 30 or 40 thou over size and sleeve it down 1/8 of an inch. So being 5 1/4 bore, it'd be 5 1/8 bore. Or I can go all the way down to a 5-inch bore. Doesn't matter, still big. And just then I could run a nice long sleeve that would go all the way down the case, and I could stroke the piss out of it. I can put a plate under here, jack this thing up whatever I want, and I can make it work. So I'd rather stay with the bigger bore, obviously, but you know, worst case, if I drop the bore and stroke it, it works. If I keep the big bore and run no stroke, it's the same thing. So kind of a toss up on that one. So either way, if you use a short stroke with a big motor, it's going to be a 160, 70 cubic inch motor. Either way. So even if I run a short stroke in this thing, it's still good. They ran a 4 1/8 inch stroke in these motor stock, so I should be able to run, you would think, at least a 4 1/2, or I mean a 4 1/4 stroke in it. You know, I would hope, but I don't have the piston yet that matches up to that stuff yet. I got to figure all that out yet. I haven't yet figured that out on that motor yet either. Same thing, it's got the same issues, except those sleeves are longer than this one. So they're about a 1/4 inch longer than this one. So anyway, that stuff I'm all still working in my head on what to do. But that's kind of where I'm at on this airplane motor. Like I said, I think I'm going to do like I said, I'm trying to find me a early twin cam case, the left side. So like I said, anybody's got one floating around, 99 to 02, that's the one I'm looking for. And I think can match that up to my buell Sportster case on this side, and I can make what I need. But anyway, that's kind of where I'm at, so you get a good idea. So I think this is the combo I'm going to go for now, is this one. And I can just run a regular Harley ignition in there, twin carb the thing like I want to, a couple of 45s or 48s up on there, and you know, McKinney's, and call it done. Quick and simple, easy to do. That's where I'm at. What's nice about these, I can just use the redshift cams because they grind the lobes off anyway. Put a lobe on there and I can mix and match lobes all I want. So instead of costing $1,500 plus for a custom Andrews cam, I can just spend $400 for a set of standard every old day redshift cams. You know, I'm into saving money. I like that. So So I like that. And plus the push rods all line up better and everything else. Everything's a plus. So, all right, well, there you go. I think we're going to retire the Sportster case. We're going to go to buell case. And I got to find me figure out what I'm going to do. So, all right, that's it for now.